Today I would like to talk about the preliminary examination paper of the ACS, the math papers in 2019. We know that math is different from the language subjects like the Chinese or English. The answers are normally fixed, right, with the given questions. So for each question, right, we need to be very sure and confirm what concept does this question is asking for, right? Secondly, we need to find the methods to solve the question, right? Normally there are many methods to solve one question. We can use one to solve it and use the other one to verify it. So let's start. So paper 1, okay, let's start from the paper 1. First question, express this number 3080 centimeters in meters. Well, this is about unit, right? Unit conversion. We know that 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter, right? So with this one, right, we need to move 2. We move the decimal points to two positions, right, to the left. So it comes with this one, right? Second thing, round this number into the nearest hundreds. Well, this one is letting us about the numbers, right? That we know the decimal points. We know for each digit what does it means, right? This is ones, tens, hundreds, right? Now after decimal points, tenth, right? Hundredth, right? So here, if we for the rounding problem, right? If we want to round the nearest hundreds, so firstly we need to find to which position, right? So it's here hundreds. Then we need to check the next digit, which is thousandth, right? Which is 6. We know that 6 is above 5. So if we want to eliminate the thousandth, right, then the hundredths need to add 1. So the answer here is 1, 2, 3.4, add 1 to 5 is 6. This is the answer. Third question, 2 containers with some waters are shown at below. How much more water are there in container B than A? Well, how much more, right? Here, what we need to do is that we need to subtract the volume, right, from B to A, right? So well, here it's we need to find out the volume here. It's a reading problem here. So we need to be very careful because for different containers, there are different scales, right? So here we see that here 100 ml, 200 ml. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 here. So a single one here is divide 4, which is 25 ml, right? So here we know that this one is 100, then this one 3 is 175, right? And for this one, we see that we know that from the bottom, the volume, if don't have any water here, is 0, right? So we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is 500 ml. We know that for this one, each one is 100 ml. Then we know that this one is 1, 2, 3. So this one is 300 ml. So how much more? We use this one, which is more than this, right? Minus 175, right? So the answer gives us 125 ml. Question 4. Which of the following is same as 7,040 centimeter cube, right? We know that centimeter cube is same as ml, right? So here, we know that 1,000 ml equals to 1 liter, right? So here we see that here is 7,000, right? So it's 7 liter, and the rest is ml, right? Should be 7 liter and 40 ml, right? So check it. Actually, we can verify it. For example, we know that this one is 7,004, this one is 70 little, right? There should be 1000 here, 004, right? So here 70 little, 400 ml, right? 040, right? So which is different from this one. So this is the right answer. Question 5. Well, the graph we see here is a graph chart. Well, normally we use chart is to give a very intuitive way for people to do the comparison, right? To compare. So we know that from this one we can see that this one is more than the rest, right? So the graph here shows the number of chairs sold by a shop from May to August. So each month, right? This is an amount in May, this amount in June, and so on. So in which 2 months, a total of 76 chairs. Well, this one is we just to find out for each month how many are there, right? So here we see that for 10 have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a single one is 2, right? So here this is 20, right? This is 20, and here is 24, right? So this one we see that this is 40, so this is 36, right? So this one July we have 50s here, right? 1, 2, 3, so it's 56. And for the August here, we see that 40 is here, it's 40. So which one have the 76? Well, we see that this one, right? 76. So it's June and August. Question 6. Which one of the following fractions is closest to 4? Well, this one have different variations, right? Normally we can have 4 numbers. We can, for example, we can sort them from the smallest to largest, right? And this one, which is closer, right? If we put into this axis, this is 4. Then we can write down where is the numbers, right? So 3 half, right? This one's 3 1 6. So 3 1 6 is less than this one. 3 1 6. This one 4 1 4, right? 4 1 5. 4 1 5. Well, we see that which is closest. Which is closest? Well, should be this one, right? Or this one. Then what's the difference here, right? We see that this is 1 half, and this one 1 5, right? So this one is smaller. So this one is closest, right? And also what we can do is that we can find the difference of each number to 4, right? So this one, difference with 4 is 1 half, right? Difference of this one to this one with 4 minus 3 1 6 is 5 over 6. This one is larger, right? We use this one to minus this one, so it's 1/4. And this one larger, so the difference with this number is 1/5. So we just check which difference is smaller, right? So this one is close to 1, definitely it's very big, right? And we know that for the same numerators, if the denominator is smaller, then this number is larger, right? So we see that this is the denominator is largest, so this number will be the smallest, right? So this one is closest to 4, right? So we need to understand what does this closest mean, right? It means the difference with this number, right? The difference can be, if a smaller number, we use 4 minus this number. For a number which is larger than 4, we use the number minus 4, right? Then we can find the difference. Question 7. How many whole numbers from 29 to 62 are divisible by 5? Well, we know that 5, the numbers count like this way, right? Every 5 numbers, 5 numbers. So here we can list out those numbers, right? So after 29, which number is divisible by 5? We know that for any number which end with 5 or 0 are divisible by 5, right? Normally we know that for even number, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. They are divisible by 2, right? How do we check a number whether it's divisible by 3? Well, for example, 2, 5, 2, 4. Is it divisible by 3? We just sum up all the digits to check whether it is divisible by 3. Well, 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. So this one is divisible by 3. For 5, we just check the last digit, whether it's 5 or 0, right? So this is the most basic things that we need to remember. Okay, then we see that after 29, what is the next one which can divide by 5? Well, the number is 30, right? 30 here. Then what is the next one? 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, right? So next one is 65. Well, it's larger than 62. Well, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So it's 7. So here we know that from 29 to 62, well, not that large, right? For example, what about if from 29 to 620? We cannot do the counting way, right? This is the basic way. So is there any other ways? Right? So what we can do is that we find what is the first number between these two is divisible by 5. We know that it's 30, right? And what is the last one? Well, we see the number which is before 62, well, is 60, right? So here, we need to find out how many numbers are there. So for this one, there's a typical way to solve it. So how we solve it? Well, this one is, I call it, this solving method is called the gap and pull, right? So we want to find how many gaps here. Well, we see that from 30 to 60, the total distance here, right, is 60 minus 30, which is 30, right? Then for the gap here, we know that each gap from 30 to 35 is 5, right? We know that total is 30, then each gap is 5. Then how many gaps? With 30 divided by 5, we know that there are 6 gaps here. Now, how many numbers here? Well, we consider number as a pole, right? A pole here, right? So the pole number is equals to the gap number plus 1, right? Reversely, if we know the number of poles, we also can calculate how many number of gaps, right? So, yeah, we can get the number of 7. Okay, the 8th. In the diagram, A, B, C are 3 points on the ground. We see the A, B, C, right? So this question is very clear. It's about the directions. So point A is on the north, right? We see that it's north. And this angle is 135. In what direction? C from point B, right? So 135 actually is 90 degrees plus 45, right? It's a right, east, and south, right? It's southeast. So C is southeast of B, right? Question 9. Which of the letters below have parallel lines and no perpendicular lines? Well, this one is for us to check out whether we understand what is parallel and what is perpendicular. Well, for any two lines, right, there are three their relationships of the two lines. One is parallel, right? If we extend the two lines, right, they will never cross each other. So it means they are parallel. Second is perpendicular. Well, it means that these two lines, right, they cross at one point and the angles here is 90 degrees. Third situation is that they cross, but this angle or this angle is not 90 degrees. So for any two lines, there's only three situations, right? So we should know here what is parallel, and what is perpendicular, right? And what is normal cross intersection, right? So here we see that for W, so parallel this one, parallel of this one, right? Is parallel. Does it have perpendicular? No, we don't have. This one, very clear, have perpendicular? No. So this one, well, no perpendicular. But does it have the parallel lines? No, it doesn't have. Right? This one, definitely very clear, perpendicular. So the answer is 1. So let's see question 10. The graph shows number of height of plant from January to May, in which of the periods grow 24 centimeters. Well, this one is very straightforward. It's for us to read, right? Read from the graph. So for the January, right? So what is here? So it's 10, 1, 2, 3. So it's 16, right? Here we have 20, 1, 2 is 24, right? And here we have 30 here, 1, 2, 3, 36. And here we have the 60 exactly, right? And here we have, so this is 80, that's 2 minus 2 units, right? 76. So which one is 24? Well, this one minus this one is 24, right? This one 12, this one 8, this one 16. So very clear, this part is 24, right? So it's from the March to April. Question 11. The figure is made up 4 quarter circles. Well, this is 1 quarter, 1, 1, and 1 of the radius of 10 centimeter, right? This is 10 centimeter, right? And want to find the perimeter. Well, it's a very common problem to find the one is perimeter, and another one is find the area. Well, for this one, if we find area, it would be very easy, right? Because we know that it's made up of the 4 quarter circles, right? We can move the quarter circles to form a real circle, right? So this one is just pi r squared, right? It's very straightforward. Normally when we see this shaded area, the shapes, right, it's geometry, right? We need to think about how we can move the shape, right? To a shape that we are comfortable with, for example, circles, rectangles, right? So with those things, right, we have established method to calculate, right? Now here for the parameter is that a key point that is that we cannot miss anything, right? We need to count every part, right? So here we see that for the curved ones, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So this forms the circle, right? So it gives a 2 pi r, right? So what's the rest? So this part, we know that this is 8, this 10, so this part is 2, right? So we cannot miss any part. 2, 2, 2 plus 2 plus 10, right? Come here, another 2, right? Come here, another 2, right? And here, another 10, right? Any more? No. Then this 4 curves we already counted here, right? So pi is 3.14, right? This one is 10, right? It's 20 times this one is 62.8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is 8 plus 20, right? So this one is 98, right? So this is the answer. So Ben, Charlotte, and Danny have some marbles. The ratio of them has with this one, okay, let's just note down. So have a ratio number of the marble Ben to the Charlotte is 2 to 7, right? The total number of the marble Ben and Charlotte have is 3 times as many of the marble Danny have, right? So consider this is 2U and this is 7U, right? In total, there is 9U, right? So we know that it's 3 times that of Danny. So we know that it divided 3, Danny is 3U, right? So he said Ben and Danny have 300 marbles. Means what? 2U plus 3U, 5U equal to 300, right? So how many marbles does Charlotte have? Well, Charlotte have a 7U, right? We U here know that equal to 60, right? 7U then 420. Right? So this is a ratio problem, right? It's very common, right? We just normally what we do is we have some assumptions, right? We use some U here, right? Then we base on the logic given, right? Then we derive the answers. Question 11. Mrs. Tan has 9 kg of flour. She used 1/3 to bake a cake. Of that, used 1/2 kg of flour to bake some cookies. How much she had left, right? So here we see that the tricky part, right? So it's a mixture of the ratio and number, right? So here is a ratio, and here is 1/2 kg, right? So they are different. So here 9 kg use 1/3. What's left? Well, have 9 2/3 left, which is 6 kg left. Then he used 1/2 kg. How much left? 6 minus 1/2, right? Equals to this one. So here we cannot say, mistakenly say used 1/2, then we use 6 times 1/2 equal to 3. So this one gives the wrong answer, right? Question 14. 9 cubes are stacked to form the solid below. Well, for this kind of question, right, we need to view the 3D in different views, right? Normally you give a front view, side view, and top view, right? So this one, we need to have some imagination, right? Consider yourself is standing at different side, right? If we view over it, what we should see, right? So here, what is foreign is top view, right? If from the top view, right, so we see that firstly on the most left side, right? So only have one, right? Because from top view, this one covers this one, right? So just this one, we consider this one only, right? This one have, this one have, this one have, and for this one, this one will cover this one, right? So what we see here is 4, 1, and 2, right? So it's exactly this one, right? So we need to know that which cubes will be blocked by others, right? So this is the answer. So can we see from side view what will be the answer? Well, from this view we see that these 4, right? This one blocks these 3, right? Then this one is not blocked. So on the left have 2, and this one have 1, and this one also have 1. It blocks this one and have this one. So this is side view, right? How about front view? Well, front view we see that on this side there's 4, right? So left side have 2, and this one have 1. This one, we see that this one blocks this one, right? But this one did not block. Have 2 here, and this one have 1 because this one blocks this two, right? So this is front view, and this one is side view, right? So if we know clearly that whatever the question gives, right, we can derive the answer easily. Okay, let's see question 15, right? So this one is currently, I think, for the exam, right, we have a lot of the questions which is from our real life, right? So this one, I think, I suggest when you next time your parent, if it's driving, right, so they do the parking, right, you can check whether it's calculate in this way, right? So normally for the parking, right, for the first hour have a one rate, but the following hours they have different rates, right? So here we need to examine whether it fall into this category or fall into this two category, right? So here he said Miss Rajat parked car from 9 to 2:15 p.m., right? How much did he pay? So we see how many hours are here. We see that one is in the morning and one is in the afternoon. So in the morning until 12, right? 3 hours. In the afternoon, how many hours? 2 and 15 hours. So in the total, there's 5 and 15 hours, right? So for the first hour, which is 2 and 20, right? So the rest there is 4 and 15 hours, right? Then he say every subsequent half hour or less, right, is 80 cents. So we see how many there. So here 4 hours, there's at least 8 here, right? For 1 hour, there are 2 half hour, 8 here. And 15 minutes, right, we need to count another half hour, right? Because normally this one didn't count based on minutes, right? Though some parking is based on minutes. But here it's based on half an hour. Well, this one total is 9. 9 times 0.8, right? It's 220 plus, right? 8972, right? So this one 49. So this gives the answer. Okay, now we come to the booklet B here. So actually watch a movie that lasts for this kind of minutes. The movie starts at this time, and what is time is the end? Well, you know that this is start time, this is elapsed time, right? This is end time. So end time is easy. We just use start time plus the elapsed time, right? So here elapsed time is 149 minutes. Well, this one actually we can calculate is 2 hours, which is 180 minutes, right? Plus 29 minutes. So here we see start from the 11:05, right? So if we add 2 hours, right, it would be in the afternoon 1.05, right? Because 11 plus 2, 1 hour go to 12, another 1 hour go to the afternoon 1, right? So this one we add another 29 minutes. That gives 1.34 p.m. Right? Question 17. Express this number as decimal, gives the answer correct to the 2 decimal places. Well, this one actually, with this fraction, right, calculate the, we just use, we know this one is same as the division, right? Divide decimal, 3 divided by 11. Well, not enough, right? We add 1, 2, 22, 8, 7, right? 77, 3. See, 3 here, not 3. Right? 0, 2, 22, 80, right? 7. We see that these two appears periodically, right? So they have 27, 27, and so on. Right? So the answer, if we want to collect to 2 decimal places, right? This one is 2, less than 5, right? We just omitted the rest. So it's 0.27. Okay, let's come to the question 18. The figure shows a cuboid with square base. So this 3 meter, now 3 meter, right? Side is 3 meter. The volume of the cuboid is 54. Oh, this one is just very simple. It's about the concept about the volume, right? We know that the volume is equal to the base area times the height, right? So here, we want to find height. Well, height equal to volume divide the base area. Volume here is 54, and for the base, 3 meter times 3 meter, which is 9, right? So the answer is 6 meter, right? Okay, question 19. Find the value of 2 minus this one. Well, this one is fine. Is a calculation, right? So we see that 2 minus. We know that for integer, the decimal point is here, right? 0.008 minus. So this one is 0, 0, 0, right? So we just need to borrow one from here, right? Here becomes 9, 9, right? This one is 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. But if borrow 1, this here is 9, right? 9, 9. Borrow 1 is still have 1 here, 1.992. Question 20. The figure shows a rectangle glass box filled with some unique cubes. How many more cubes are needed to fill the box completely? Well, this question it has many variations, right? So this one shown here is the simplest, right? So it only have unique cubes. Only have unique cubes. Sometimes with a big box, right, have a unique cube. Also have so each side is 2, right? So they want to fill the box with different types of the cubes into this one, right? That one is a bit more complexer. But for this one, actually, you just need to remember normally what we do is that, for example, the unit cube, right? We know that the volume here, 111, right? So this one, the volume is 1, right? 1 times 1 times 1. So here we can calculate the current total volume, right? Then we minus the current occupied volume. Then we know that how many more volume we need to fill in this box, right? Then we know that for each cube the volume is 1. Then we can calculate how many cubes are needed, right? So how to calculate the volume here? Well, we see that for this side it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The height is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Side have this one, this one, this one. So here we need to use the top view, side view, and front view, right? So we have 3 here. So volume here is 5 times 4 times 3, right? 60. How about the volume which already occupied? Well, we can calculate. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? Then we use how many the volume is not occupied with 60 minus 13, which is 47. Right? So this is the volume we need to fill into the box. If we want to fill in with this unit cube, right, which the volume is 1, right, we just use a 47 divided by 1, right? We know that we need 47 unit cubes. Question 21. The square below is made of 4 identical rectangles. 4 identical. Perimeter of each rectangle is 40. What is the area of the square? Well, we see here, this one have a lot of information. The square is made of 4 identical rectangles. So this side is same as this side, right? So if this is u, we know that 4 rectangle is 4u. It is square, so this side is 4u, right? So here you say the perimeter of each rectangle is 40 centimeter. So this one is 40 centimeter. Then how will we calculate a rectangle perimeter? Well, we just use 5u, 4u plus u times 2, right? So 5u times 2 is 10u. This one equal to 40, right? We know that u is 4 centimeter. So what is the area of the square? Well, area of a square is, so one side is 4u equal to 16. Well, the square, the area is side times side, right? Equal to 256 cm square. Right? So this one, actually normally for the square numbers, we also need to remember. Right? Typical numbers we need to remember. Question 22. Laura has m pencils. Tom has twice as many pencils as Laura. So here Laura has m pencils. How about Tom? Tom twice as many, so it's 2m, right? They each bought another 7 pencils. How many pencils do they have now altogether? This one by 7 by 7. Altogether we sum them up. So it's 3m plus this one, 2, 7, 14. Right? Question 23. The average of a 1-digit number, 2-digit number, and 3-digit number is 368. What is the smallest possible 1-digit number? So this question is very tricky. Well, he says 3 numbers, 1-digit, 2-digit, and 3-digit. Right? So 1-digit number could be what? Could be 0 to 9, right? It can be more than 9, because more than 9 is at least 10. 10 is 2-digit number. It's not. How about 2-digit number? Well, minimum of 2-digit number is 10, right? What is largest? 99, right? For the 3-digit, well, it's 100. Maximum is 999. He said these 3 number, the average number is 368. Well, for the average number, this is a concept about average number. We know that 3 number, if the average is 368, then we can calculate what is the total number. What is the sum of the 3 numbers? So 368 times 3, which is equal to 1104. Right? 1104. So what is smallest 1-digit number? Well, here we know that if sum is this one, so for example, if we take any number from the 3-digit number, it's 100. Well, we see that if 100, right, if minus 100 is 1000 something, right, it's 4-digit. Definitely cannot be the sum of 1-digit plus 2-digit. How about this? Want to find the smallest possible, right? This one want the smallest. Then we want to find, what we can do is that we find the maximum of this one and maximum of this one. Then we can get smallest of this one, right? So this one, 1104 minus 999, right? So this one gives 105, right? Because minus 999 is minus 1000 minus 1, right? So this one equals to 104 minus 1000 plus 1, right? So it gives 105. 105, if we minus 99, right, gives 6, right? So this is smallest number, right? Question 24. The pie chart represents a number of each type of animals in the farm. There's an equal number of horses and chickens, so this one equal to this one. There are 15 15 horses and 2/5 of the animals are cows. 15, well, as they are equal, they're 15, right? We see that for a pie chart, the total is 1, right? So we see that we sum these two together, 30 means 3/5, right? So how many cows are there? Well, it's very clear. If 3/5 of the total is 30, right? 1/5 would be 10, right? You know that 2/5, right, gives 20. Okay, question 25. Peter has 80 sticks. He used 1/4 stickers and gave 30% of the remaining stickers to Ija. How many stickers has Peter left? Right. So this one actually we just follow the sequence, right? So 80 used 1/4, right? So the left is 3/4, right? And then gave another 30% of the remaining to Ija. So have 70% left, right? So equal to this one 20 is 60 times 70%. Well, percent means per 100, right? Which is 70 per 100, which is 7/10, right? Divide 6, then this one is 42. So the answer here is 3, 6, 7, and 42. Right? Answer is 42. Okay, question 26. Daniel paid 4,800 for a laptop and 5 cameras. Laptop cost 3 times as much as a camera. So, how much does a laptop cost? Well, say 3 times. If we assume the camera is U, right? Then the laptop cost is 3U, right? You paid for a laptop 3U plus 5 cameras. Each camera is 1U, right? So 5U equal to 4,800. So AU equal to 4,800. U is equal to 600. So how much did the laptop cost? Well, laptop we see here is 3U, right? It's 180. Right? So normally this kind of question is very straightforward, right? But we need to make some assumptions, right? For example, here we just assume that the price U. Then we based on this one, we make this formula. Then we can calculate the U, right? Here also we can set the laptop is U, right? But this one is not very convenient. Because if we assume this one is U, right? Because cost 3 times, then this one will be the 1/3 U, right? Then you calculate this one. It's not that kind of easy, right? So normally we use a smaller number as a U, right? Then this one 3U. Then we can calculate. We form a formula based on this one, right? Then we get AU equal to this one. Then we calculate what is U. Then we see the laptop is 3U. Then we calculate the number, right? This is we need to find the easier way, right? Though the other way also can solve it, right? But that's not the efficient one. Okay, question 27. Susan has 7/11 as many candles as Mary. After, here is Mary gave 52 candles to Susan. Why is wrong here? Because we see that Susan has this many as Mary, right? Susan is less. So Susan cannot give some more to Mary again, then become the same, right? So here, if Mary is 11U, right, then Susan is how many? Is 7U, because he's 7/11 of the Mary, right? After Mary gave something to Susan, they become equal. So when you think about how many we need to give from this one to this one, then they become to equal. Become to equal means what? In total, there are 18U, right? Then we divide 2, is 9U, right? So after equal, they become 9U. So this one, they need to give 2U, right? So here 2U, how many give is 52, right? Then U is 26. So how many does Susan have at first? Well, Susan have 7U. 26 times 7, so it's 182, right? So this one also can draw the models, right? Here, Mary have 11, right? Then Susan have this part is 7U, 11U, right? We need to give this part to this one, right? Then they become equal, right? We see that this one is 11U. So this part would be 4U. So this one is equal to this one, right? So this one equal to this one. So this 2U is 2U. So it will give 2U. 2U is 52, right? You calculate the 1U is 26, right? So 7U is 26 times 7, which is 182. 28. A triangle RST, right, is drawn on the grid as below. So draw and label a rectangle STUV on the square grid such that the area of this one is 2/3 of the area of the rectangle. This one. Well, this question is examine how we calculate the area, right? So the triangle, the area is the base times the height divided by 2, right? While for the rectangle, is normally it's the height times the width, right? So here, very straightforward. Want to find the area of the triangle first, right? Because he said the area of the triangle, this is already known, right? It's 2/3 of the area of the rectangle, right? If we know this one, then we can calculate this one, right? So for the rectangle, so base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Height is this one perpendicular to the baseline, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So the area is 4 times 5 times half equals to 10, right? So here you say the triangle is 2/3 of this one. So this one divide 2/3 will be equal to this one, right? So this one equal to 2 times 2/3. So the area of the rectangle should be 15, right? We know that the rectangle is ST something, right? Should be, but we need to calculate what is the height here. So the base is 5, then it's very easy. 5 is 3, right? So this height is from this one. We cannot do this one, right? It will come out of the grid. So from this side, 1, 2, 3. So this is the point, and this is the point. So we can draw here, 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 and here. So this is a rectangle. Okay, question 29. The figure below is an incorrect net of cube. Put 2 cross on 2 square faces which are incorrect. Well, normally a cube is like this, right? Right? Have how many faces, right? Top, bottom, left, right, and front, end. There are 6, right? Here we have 8 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So there are 2 which are not correct, might be overlapped, right? For a cube, right? The 3D shape here, any 2 sides, right? They will not overlap with each other, right? So here we see that you fold it through this way, right? This one up, then this one to this side, right? So this one fold again, so this one becomes a top, right? Becomes a top. And here, this one we fold up, right? Fold up to this side, and this one becomes the top, right? So these 2 that overlap with each other. So this one is wrong, right? You can, and here, if we fold this one will be the one at the back, right? At the back one. And if you fold here, this one to the top, then this one will come down, right? So this one will also be the back. So these two will overlap with each other. So these two we need to cross one. Right? Okay, let's see the question 30, right? In the figure below. See, this one is have the C, D, E, F is a rhombus, right? With this one, angle is 108. So ABCD is a trapezoid with CD parallel to EF. Well, this one it should be I think it's the BC parallel to AD, right? Because rhombus is already parallel with each other. So here, this one is 35 degrees, and we won't find this one, right? For this kind of geometry question, right, we need to understand the different shapes, right? What their characteristics, right? So for example, the rhombus. For rhombus, we know that this one is parallel to this one parallel to this one, and also the four lines are equal, which means that this angle equal to this angle, this one equal to this one, right? And here for the trapezoid, right, means that this one is parallel to this one, right? Then we have something about the angles we can mark. So for this one, we want to find the BCF here. What we can do? Well, one way is that we can, so this circle is 360 degrees, right? If we know this one, then we can calculate this one. Well, this one is opposite to the rhombus, this angle. So this one is 108, right? And how about this one? This one, we see that for the parallel, this angle plus this angle plus this angle is 180, right? Why? Because parallel, this angle equal to this angle. While for the straight line, this angle plus this angle is 180, right? This one equal to this one plus this one is 180. So this one plus this one is 180, right? So this angle equal to 380 minus, just minus this 108 minus this angle. This angle is 180 minus this one is 145, right? So we can calculate 107. So this one, is there any other way we can solve it? Well, let's see. Also, but sometimes we need some help, right? We have some other lines. We extend this one to this here. We know that it's 35, right? So this one is 35. Then how about this one? If this line, right? Which is, this one is parallel. So this one equal to this one. How about this one? This one is 180 minus 108, right? 72. So this angle is 72 plus 35, 107, right? So this one with the same question, we can use different ways. But it's very important that at first we want to find the easiest way. So we don't do it immediately, but we think about what is the best way, right, to find the answers, right? So this is the end of the paper 1, so we'll come to the paper 2. So first question, John cut out a quarter circle with a radius of 10, right? So it's 10, from a piece of rectangle as shown below. What is the perimeter of the shaded part? Well, it's very straightforward, right? We need to examine what does this perimeter include, right? So we have this one, 10, 6, this part, it didn't give. Well, we see that this one, the circle here is 10, then this one is 10, right? So this one is 16, right? Then the others is a quarter of a circle, right? So it's 10 plus 16 plus 6 plus 1/4 of the circle. Well, circle is 2 pi r. R is 10, right? So 32 plus this one cross is 1, 2, cross 5. 5 power. So it's 3.14 times 5. Right? Plus 0.7. Right? Answer is 47.7. Okay, question 2. The table shows the number of pupils with foreign scores. So with score 11, there are 3, 12 have 1, 13 have 0, 14 have 2, and 15 have 4. So what is the average score? So it's very straightforward to find the average. Average normally equal to the total divided by number of students, right? So what is total here? Well, we see that 11 score 3 pupils is 33. This one is 12. 30 score 0 person is 0, right? 40 score 2 person 28. 50 score 4 person 60, right? Then we sum them up, right? So this one is 33 plus 12 plus 28 plus 60. So how many students here? Well, number of pupils 3 plus 1 plus 2 and 4, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Gives 133 divided by 10. So the average score is 13.3. Okay, question 3. Mr. Lim bought some bees for Jessica and Karen. For every 8 bees he took, Karen took 5. In the end, Jessica had this one more than Karen. How many bees did he buy? Well, we see that for the bees, so Jessica took 8, then Karen took 5. Well, we can say consider Karen. If Karen is 5U, then Jessica will be the AU, right? At the end, Jessica is 216 more, so it's 3U equal to 216, right? U equal to 72. Then how many bees did he have buy at first? Well, we see a total is 13U, right? Equal to 13 times 72 equal to 936. Okay, question 4. In grid below, draw and label an isosceles triangle PQR in which PQ and QR and the angle is 120. Well, this one is, we need to understand what is isosceles. Isosceles means that this side equal to this side, right? So here, we can use a protractor to find 120 degrees, right? So for this one, right, we know that, actually this one is 30 degrees if you use a protractor. So this one is 90 degrees. So this one in total is 180. So here what we do is, for the isosceles triangle, we need to measure the length, right? This one should be same as this one. So here we see the points are connected, right? So in this direction, right? Between these two, right? Have 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then in this side, we also, you see between these 2 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Until here. Then the rest we can connect. Right? So this one we need to through some tools, right, to help. Okay, question 5. At Carnival, 80% of the muffins were sold at full price, and the remaining 60 was sold at half price. Then total amount collected is this one. What is full price? Well, this one actually we can assume, right? Assume the full price is U, right? Then the half price, we know that is half U, right? So here we say 80% of muffins sold at full price. Remaining 60. Well, 60 we know is 20%, right? So here, how many muffins sold at full price? Well, it's 4 times 80% is 4 times the 20%, right? So it's 240 muffins sold at full price, and 60 muffins sold at half price, right? Times half U. So what is the total sale? 864, right? U plus 30U, 4. So 270U equal to 864, right? So here U equal to 864 divided by 7. So this gives 3.2. Okay, question 6. Amy had 24.8 more than BT at first. After BT gave this one to Amy, Amy had 3 times that much money at the end. How much did he have first? Well, this one is a very common problem, right? Have 2 different, one is before and one is after, right? So here we say Amy and BT, right? So here he say Amy had 24.8 more than Betty have. So here we assume this U, right? Then we have Amy has 24.8 plus U, right? This is before. Then he say after Betty give this amount to Amy, right? So after that you have U minus 40.2, right? Then how much money does Amy have? Well, it's 24.8 plus U plus 40 plus 2, right? This one gives, right? How much did it give? It's 39 plus U, right? So here it say it's 3 times as much BT have. Well, this one gives us how to formulate an equation, right? So 9 plus U equal to 3 times of, we have at last U minus 14.2, right? So here, this one is 3U minus 42.6, right? So 2U equals to, come to here, is 81.6. So U equal to 40.8. Okay, question 7. In the figure, AED and EBP are straight lines. Means this one is 180 and this one is straight lines. This one is 180. And BCDE, this one is a parallelogram, right? Find Y, right? So here we need to take a look at this first. Well, we want to find this angle, right? We know this angle. So if we find this angle, right, we use 180 minus this one, then we can get this one. Can we find this angle? Well, we see that this is a parallelogram, right? A parallelogram, this angle is equal to this angle, right? And this is a triangle. We know these two, right? Definitely, if we know these two, then we can get this one, right? This one is 180 minus 54 minus 78, right? This one equal to 48. So this 48, right? This one is 48. Then we know this one, right? Then we know this one, we use 180 minus this one minus this one and get this one, right? And also we have this one. So for a triangle with this one, right? We know that this angle equal to this one plus this one, right? So C should be A plus B. Why? Because A plus B plus this one equal to 180. And for straight line, this one plus this C equal to 180. So C equal to this one plus this one, right? So here we see that this one is 48, right? 48 should be equal to this one plus this one. So this angle Y equal to 48 minus 35, which is 13. So it's this angle, right? So here we need to remember to put the unit also. Okay, question 8. A shirt costs AN, right? A tie cost half of the shirt. So Mr. Tan bought 6 ties and 1 shirt. How much money did he spend in terms of N? So this one, a shirt is the AN, right? If he buys 1 shirt is AN, right? How many ties? 6 ties. 1 tie is half. Half means 4N, right? So this one is AN plus 24N, right, equal to 32N, right? So this is A. How about B? He spent 256 for this one. So 256 equal to 32N. So N equal to 8, right? This is the value of N. Question 9. The line graph shows the number of books borrowed in a library from Monday to Friday, right? In which one-day period is there the biggest change? No books borrowed. Well, this one we just find the values here. 54, 74, right? This one is 36. This one 60, right? This one have 72, right? So which day, from which day to another day is the biggest change? Well, from this one we see very clearly this one drop sharply, right? Whatever, this one increase a bit, drop sharply, increase a bit. So this one drop sharply Tuesday to Wednesday, right? Biggest change. So which were the 2 days where the ratio of the number of books borrowed is 3 to 4? So we'll find which number is 3/4. Well, we see that if this is 3, right, then 3/4 will be 48. Don't have, right? The next one, this one, if it's 3, it's 1/8. So it's what? 72. Well, it's correct, right? So it should be Monday and Friday. How about the others? If 60, right, it's 3 to 4, right? Then it's 80 you don't have. And the rest, 72 and 74, both cannot come. Should not be the smallest, right? If the small number is 72, then the 4 unit will be much larger than doesn't have. Right? So this one we start from the smallest number to count. Right? Okay, let's see the question 10. Eddie and his sister walked from home to school. His sister started walking at 8 a.m. right? From home to school. Start walking at a.m. average speed of this one. 80 start walking at 8:05, which means 5 minutes late, right? At speed of this one. 80 caught up with her sister at midpoint between school. So from home to school, at midpoint, they meet with each other, right? Find the distance between this one to this one, right? So this is the catching problem, right? Catching, how we say, we know that this is half, right? And we'll find distance between this one. So consider this one u, this u also here, right? So for sister, he actually walked, right? Walked how many? So the u here walked at 50 at this kind of speed, right? Then we can calculate the time his sister walked. Well, u divided by 50, right? This is the amount of time that his sister walked. Now how about 80? 80 walked at u divided by 60, right? We know that 80 use 5 minutes left than his sister, right? So his sister time minus 5 equal to Eddie's time, right? So here the common multiple is 300, right? So we times this one is 6u minus 300 times 5 is 1500, right? Equal to, so this one common multiple 300. If we times 300, we cross 60, right? Have 5u. So u here 1500. But here we assume the u is half of the length, right? So the total length is 2u, which is 3000 meter, right? So the answer is 3000 meters, right? Or we can use a 3 km also can. Okay, question 11. The pie chart shows a different type of fruits in a shop. We see that pie chart in the total, there are different fractions. Total is 1, right? So there were equal number of grapes and this one two are equal. There were 16 more mangoes than grape. 16 more, okay. In total is 200, right? So here we can assume, because we know that these two are equal. This one is 16 more than this one. So consider this u, this one is u plus 16, right? And this one, we know that paired origin is 12% and 35%, which is 47% in total, right? Then we know that this part will be 53%, right? 53% is how much? Well, we see that it's 3u plus 16 equal to 53% of the 200. Right? 200 times this one equal to 106. Well, 3u equal to 90 and u equal to 30. Right? So this is the total number. Right? This one, mango, grapes, and these two is the total number here, which is this answer. Right? And how many apples are there? Apples are also u, right? It's 30. This is the answer. Okay, question 12. It's also a ratio problem, right? So the ratio of the number of boys in group to the number of girls in group A was 4 to 1. Number ratio of, okay, we see group A, boy and girl. Here there is group B, boy and girl, right? This one is 4 to 1, right? And group B is boy to girl is 2 to 3, right? He says there were twice as many children in group A and as in group B. So if B is U, right? So A will have 2U. Then we know the ratio of boys and girls, right? Then we can calculate how many boys and how many girls in A and B, right? So we say then here boys have 2U times 4 out of total is 5, right? 4, 5. Then here this one is 2U times 1/5. The boy here is U times 5 2/5, right? And U times 3/5, right? So if we assume the children in group B is U, right? We can calculate the different boy and girl in different groups, right? So here, what was the ratio of number of boys in group A to the number of boys in group B? Well, this one, ratio 2U times 5, 2, right? So this one is, actually we can calculate 2, this one we can use division or fraction, right? So this one is 8U times 5 divide 5 2U, right? So this one equal to AU 5 times something, we need to reverse it, right? 2U, AU is 4. 4. So the ratio is 4 to 1. Right? And here, say 10 boys take 10 girls left in group B. The ratio of the number of boys and girls in group B becomes 1 to 2. How many children were there in group A? But here we see that this one, boy is 5 to 2U, right? And girl is 3/5U, right? This one, if left 10, this one left 10, we see that the ratio is 1 to 2, right? So this one times 2 equal to this one, right? Minus 20 equal to 5, 3U, 10, right? Over to this side, 1/5U equal to 20. 20 minus 1 is 10, right? U equal to 15, right? You say how many children were there in group A? A is 2U, right? 2U equal to 100. So here we just is still very clear that we make some assumptions here. Then based on the already given information, right, we can derive some details here, right? Then we check the question and see what it's asking for, right? And question B is very, we have met this problem before, right? Means that previously have this amount, after left then the ratio changed, right? So this one to this one equal to 1 to 2, right? Then we can calculate. Okay, question 13. So this is we see it's very clear, it's about the volume problem, right? So volume equal to the base area times the height, right? So the figure, we see that two, they are connected with each other, right? Two containers. Top container is the form of a cuboid which has square base, centimeter and centimeter here, and the height is this one, right? The bottom is the form of a cuboid, measures, this one is 15, 9, and 8, right? It says this amount of water pour into this vase, find the height of the water level, right? So we need to see that when we pour the water inside, right, the water grows from this one first. If this one is filled, then it will grow in this one, right? So what we do is that we, so 1/8 liter, right, which is 1,000, 1/8 is 0.125 liter, right? So it's 1 to 5. This is the volume in the ml or in the cm3, right? So we want to find the volume at bottom first. So this one is 15 times 8 times 9, right? We want to check first whether we will fill this container first, right? This one gives 1080. We see that this one is smaller than this one. Means what? Means this one will be filled and the water will go through this way, right? So for this way, what's the new height? Well, this height, actually just use 1125 minus 1080 equal to 45. And base area will be 9, right? 3 times 3 is 9. With 45 divided by 9, which is 5. So the water will go up another 5 centimeters. Right? So here we see it's already height is 8 centimeters. We fill this one, right? So 8 plus 5 equals 13 centimeters. Right? Sometimes if the total volume is less than this one, right? What we do that we know that it didn't fill. So what we do is that we use volume divide the base area, then we can calculate the height there. Okay, question 14. Joyce has some money. He bought a dress, a shirt, and a watch. He spent 1/5 the money on the shirt. Right? Shirt cost 24 less than the dress. Right? The watch cost shirt here. So shirt here and 24. Then we know the dress, right? Watch is this one. Had 1/4 of the amount left. How much did he had at first? Well, this one we just simply assume this is U, right? So initially he spent 1/5 money on the shirt. So shirt is this one. How about dress? Shirt costs 24 less than the dress. So the dress is fuel plus 24, right? Then the watch is 102. What she left is 1/4 of the total amount of money, right? So 1/4 U. So in total, this is U, right? So this one is just simply want to solve it, right? So this one is 2/5 U plus 1/4 U. So plus 1, 2, 6 equal to U, right? So these two can minus from this side. It's 3/4 U minus 2/5 U equal to 1, 2, 6. Well, this one common multiple is 20, right? 20, 3 times 5, 15 minus 4 times 2, right? 15 minus 8, 4 times 2 is 8. 7 U equal to 1 to 6. U equal to 1 to 6 times 20 times this one from numerator becomes denominator, right? Equal to 1, 8, 360, right? So this is the answer, right? Because we defined the U at first about the total money. Okay, question 15. Box A contains only 50 cents coins, while box B contains 20 cents more box coins. Well, box B has 60 more than box A, while the value of A is more than B, right? Find the amount. So this one is very straightforward. We still need to make some assumptions, right? Consider box A, box B. Box A if have 60 coins, right? We know that. Then they say box B has 60 more coins, so it's use 60, right? Then we can calculate what is the value, right? So 50 cents, right? So it gives 50 U. This one is 20 cents U plus 60. Then we need to make a equation, right? So what is the equation? Say the total value in box A is 4.5 more than box B. What is it? 50 U minus this one U plus. So box A value minus box B value equal to 450. Well, this one is dollar. We need to convert to the cents, right? So this one we simplify it, right? So 50 U minus 20 U. So here because have a price bracket here, right? We need to, if we want to remove that, we need to change the sign here. Minus 100, 1,200, right? This one. So I have 30 U equal to minus, come to this side, become positive, right? 100, 1,650, right? And so U here equal to 1,650 divided by 30 equal to 55, right? Then you want to find amount of money in box A. Box A is 50 cents times 55, right? So you have 2,750, which is $27.50. Okay, question 16. So in the figure below, so this one, PQRS is a trapezium, means these two lines are parallel, right? And PS is parallel to VR, so we know that this one will be a parallelogram, right? And VR equal to QR, so it's the isosceles triangle. So this angle equal to this angle So this one equal to this one, right? So find E. Well, we see that this is 76, right? If parallel, then this one is parallel, then this one also 76, right? Then this angle, we just now said for a triangle, if there's an angle like this angle C equal to A plus B, right? So E equals to this angle plus this angle, so 76 plus 10 equals to 86. So how about F? Well, for the isosceles, this one, right? If we know that this angle and this angle would know, then this angle would know, right? How about this angle? Well, parallel, we know 76, and this one is 76, right? So this angle is 180 minus minus 76 times 2, right? Equals to 28. So this one, 28, right? 86. Okay, question 17, which is the last question of this paper. So we see that this one is a shaded area, right? Normally find the area or the perimeter, right? So this one, the critical part is that we should be able to separate them, right? Find them, right? So we need to understand the shape, right? So here we can break into the 4 parts. So this part, this part, this part, and this part. 4 parts, right? Then for this 4 parts, we need to see whether they can combine with each other, right? If we can combine, we can save a lot of calculations, right? We see that this part and this part, this one move to this one can cover this part, right? But this one, you see the half circle with this quarter, so this one cannot be merged with this one, right? For the area, we need to calculate 1 square, 1 half circle, and this part, right? So here we see that this square, for this one equal to this square minus this circle, right? So this one equal to this one minus this one, right? So this is 40 times this one is 20, right? 20, this is a rectangle, minus this area. This one, which is 4, this is 20, this is 16. So this one is 1/5 of pi r square, 16 square. So this is 1. So we still have one more, this one. So this one equal to half of the pi. This r is, so this is 20, so this is 10 square, right? 800 minus 1, this one cross with this one, right? So this is 2 square, cross this one will be 8 square. It's 64 pi plus, this is 100, it's 50 pi, equal to 800 minus 14 pi, right? So 800 minus 14 times 3.14. So this one gives 756.04. So the second one is about find the perimeter. Well, for this one, similar as previously, but we can miss. We need to ensure that every part is calculated, right? So this one actually is similar to this one, so they can form a half circle, right? Then this one is 20, then this is half circle, right? This one already counted, so this one is 4, and this one is 1/4, right? So we just have this half circle, means this one and this one, which is 2 pi r, then divided by 2, which is pi r is 20, right? So it means this one plus this one is 20 plus this one is also half, means pi, the r is 10 times 10 plus this one counted, and this one is 8 plus this one is 1/5 fourth of the 2 pi r is 16, right? So this is 20 pi and plus 10 pi, 30 pi plus 28 plus this one cross is 4 is 8 pi, right? Equal to 38 pi plus 28, right? This one calculate is 147.32, which is centimeter. So we must ensure that for the area and perimeter they have different units. Well, this one is right? It's cm power 2, right? Square, right? This one don't have any power cube or something. So this is the end of the paper. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day.